Drake got the key to the city and wang bang. Way before the media shitting a 12 sip of gang paint. The origin of a thievery leader would take place. 2 coke bottles storing the road toddler. Rebel the refrigerator, gambling ill away for a no role model. Provoke him to shift focus cause he noticed that a cookie tastes better when it's stolen. Kids got the darndest crooks, so Levin's arm skipped doors for his mama's purse and bought enough fireworks from the bullies to blow up a small barn, which he kept in a box in the yard. And the park isn't carved from a klepto anthem, but a klepto's engine. Preface the grand canvas, dance to the dirt. Stand up, celebrate the natural need to own what ain't earned. See it rolls up a tongue like a smoke ring, rolls up a lung till it's done. Ready, set, kept petty thefts on a post-it. Later reply to motives to a moment on some grown shit. Hey, you with the sharp bam bam, did you forklift a GM or you carpet a DM? Warplay a porn game, fornicate the shore way to freedom or correlate with the sword playing heathens. Trickery and back talk, fresh out of high school on the prickly catwalk of the modern grind slide rule. Every last number in its history got its own little hustle to nuzzle up with a victory. Thanks, bathed in a bottle of your finest. Tackle every sip through the piss looking for diamonds. Throw the hell appears to put the chemi in the climate. Get your money from the riches, get your pussy from the fly. Slow and low, do it.com. Suicide king in a tug of the palm. Slow and low. Do it that stuck, 2 to 5 cans in a tuck of the trunk. And these are the 5 fingers that are stealing from you. And these are the 5 fingers that are stealing from you. And these are the 5 fingers that are stealing from you. Come on. One by one, like little confused penguins, larcenies, yes men who's the used weapons like a bitter little burglar, jaded about the bucket seat is dumb enough to feel like the public owe him a fucking thing. Nope, gotta configure the 5 fingers, so the hot wired vehicular skill is applicable. If an eye's on the prize and it ain't flushed, I hope the boots see you later relate the initial rush like. Step on the abysmal cusp with matchmakers trying to make the mix signals fucked and incubate the mud baby through a stigma's crush. Now he will learn to walk after he lifts the drugs, and this is certified milk by the New York Department of Skullduggery. Shoplift quicker than your shutter speed. Click, misty dip with some cutlery. In and out of muddy river water till the rudder bleeds. Skip around a money pillar, color me bunny killer hovering by the mother feet. Gutter Creek king at a crummy motherfucker breed. Fuck with me, it go knock knock rummy at a brother speed. The seeds all grown, stop playing grown people games. Evil lames grown, encompass the whole steeple chase grip. Mitigate the master plan so when the workers are asleep it's rapid. Yes, a pig is a cop, I gotta fill up the flock. So when I break in the big and I hope the kiddies will watch. I hope the flipping of the system will be heavily clocked. Cause opportunities pick up every triple and stop. Capture the flag, drag that grass of the bastard. Flag through the hazmat glass, slash when he asked for it back.
Hey friends, welcome back. So today I wanted to do a review of the Eulogy Eric Schrijn Wheels. So I've been skating these wheels on my FR UFR skates with the 50/50 balance 2 frames. If you are new to my channel, let me give you a brief description of what I created my channel about. So one thing I've noticed in the industry is that there's a shortage of reviews on products after they have been broken in and ridden for an extended period of time. And so my wife encouraged me to create a channel, so I'll do unboxing of videos. I feel like there's not really a lot of unboxing on products unless they're like skates. So I'm trying to basically encompass more skating products that I'm buying with my own money. So let's go ahead and get into the review on these wheels. So these wheels are a 58 millimeter. They come in 89A hardness, which is on the softer side, and they are this really bright green color, which I hope you can see that. So let's go ahead and get into the thing that I do not like about these wheels. So my wife got me the FR skates for Christmas, and I bought these wheels that I just kind of had stock. These are a re-release of the old Eric Schrijn wheels, and they re-released them, I want to say it was right after the fall blading cup. Well, cat's kind of out of the bag, but this is the biggest problem I've had with these wheels is the bearings are loose in them, and so actually both sides are kind of falling out. But when I got these, I skated one session, and then I had a pretty hard session, so I had to rotate my wheels, and then one of the wheels bearings fell out. So I contacted Eulogy thinking I got a bad batch, and they basically said that they would only replace one wheel. Well, the wheel that they sent me as a replacement, the bearings fall out of it as well, which makes me think that there's something off with this batch. I talked to the guys at Bitter Cold Showdown, and they were completely shocked by it, but they really didn't want to do anything to help me with it, which I would say that I was rather disappointed in. I mean, I spent a lot of money on these wheels, and I am basically not going to be able to use them to their full life just because the bearings are falling out. And what that means for me when I skate is like it's noticeable. The wheels where the bearings are loose in there is that when I land, you can feel just like total stop of the bearings and the wheels from moving, and I get real clumsy with some of my landings. I have an extra set of skates that I kind of use like to fill in the days when I'm not skating my white ones, and I never have a problem with those bearings, those wheels, and I've never really had that before. The only time I've experienced it is when there are issues with either the bearings or the wheels being cored themselves. So, what I presume is going on is that the plastic that's being used in here is a little softer, and so like as you skate and land, it basically wallows out the inside, and then it just causes the bearings to be completely loose. And I've noticed issues with my speed, landing, so that's kind of the downside of these wheels. Now, here's the things that I absolutely love about these wheels. One, the graphics on it. It's basically the same exact graphic of the original Eric Schrijn. It's hard to tell, but it's got this elephant on it and says Eulogy, and then on the back side it had a bunch of print, but I noticed that all the screen printing, so this is a replacement wheel, but pretty much like all of the screen printing, like on the set of wheels that I bought, wore off just on the first day. And for some reason it lasted a little longer on this replacement, which hard to say why that is. But it's not really a big deal. It's just the print on it. Love the vibrant green. Now, as far as the urethane on these wheels, is probably some of the best urethane that I've ever skated, which is a shame given the core of the wheels, because I feel like the urethane is better than the core, but really the wheel is only as good as the weakest part, and in this case it's the core. But I've been riding for these for 3 months. I've noticed absolutely no splitting. I've worn them down about, let's see, they come out 58 millimeters, so I measured them last night, and I want to say my smallest wheel was about 55.2 millimeters. So over 3 months, like that's incredible wear. Normally I burn through a set of wheels in about 3 months. But, since the cores are getting wallowed out on all my wheels, I don't know how much longer I'm going to be able to skate these, probably like a session or two, but I went out, got some clips earlier, and my goal today was to try and figure out like, okay, how many tricks do I actually know and can do without like incorporating grinds. And it was a way to push myself, so I hope you all enjoyed the videos at the beginning of this clip, or at the clips at the beginning of this section. But overall, these wheels, like if the cores were better, I would absolutely love them. The fact that the cores aren't, and that I reached out to Eulogy, they only wanted to replace one wheel. I reached out to them again and talked to them at Bitter Cold Showdown, and they really didn't want to do anything about it then. It kind of makes me want to shy away from it. I'm in the service industry, so I get what customer service is. I'm definitely not in a place to dupe anybody for products, but with, wheels costing around $40 for a set of 4, you would expect quality, and you want to be able to ride the wheels until they actually wear out. And having issues with the cores is something you really shouldn't be experiencing this day and age as the technology has progressed. Maybe back in the day, new wheel companies, as we were developing rollerblading wheels, that's one thing. But this day and age, I have not had any issues with cores since I've gotten back into skating, and I've besides this brand, and I've skated like, I don't know, 5 or 6 different brands of wheels. But on the other side, I did have issues with the urethane as they wore out, which is normal. So that's kind of the biggest hang up for me. I don't know if I will give Eulogy another shot or not. I might, if it's a different wheel set, just to see how it compares. But I don't know. It's kind of a love-hate relationship, and I'm not torn one way or the other. I guess I just got to see. I'm putting some chroma wheels on. I've been skating chroma on my other set of blades, so it really depends on what comes out and timing, I guess, as far as if I'm ready for, when I'm ready for another set of wheels and what's out there. Hopefully this review has been helpful. If you've ridden Eulogy wheels, I'd love to hear what your experience has been. My experience riding these was in an anti-rocker setup, which Eulogy has been around for a long time, and anti-rocker is not uncommon for this kind of wheel. So I would have expected it to last a little longer in that setting. But if you've ridden it, these wheels specifically, let me know what your thoughts are. I would love to hear if anybody else is experiencing the same issues as me. Hope you guys are all having a great weekend, and have a good one. We'll talk to you soon.